dad has been drumming since he's been a teenager in town.
Milt Cernick has played with some greats like Elvis and Louis Bellson. But now at 75, you can catch him here at St. Cecilia Music Center every Monday. Playing to the beat of a new tune with a new gang, staying busy and moving through the rhythm of life like we all do.
They need to have this conversation. So you don't get in a situation where the end of life is here. Now what do we do?
It's a conversation Barbara Gerson has had before with her parents. But after her father-in-law had a stroke, it opened her eyes up to a tough reality.
Mark was put in the difficult position of making a decision as to whether or not his father would receive a feeding tube.
Barbara seeing firsthand the pain and struggle that a family can face.
It showed me that this can be a very cloudy, gray area, that it's not as easy as what it seems to be in writing.
With emotions running high in the family, Leon did get the feeding tube, but Mark is still left with questions.
He now can't feed himself, can't dress himself. He can't really move because his left side is not really operational. So I have to start thinking, would my dad want to be in that position, or would he not?
Barbara has been chosen as her parents' patient advocate, the voice for her parents when they can't speak for themselves.
So let's say that you were in a situation like Leon, where you have the stroke and the doctor says, do you want the feeding tube? Because then we can see how she progresses over the next year.
That's a tough question. I think, again, I'm going to say it depends upon what quality of life I would have at that particular time.
It's important that everyone in your system of family and friends is aware of who your patient advocate is, and that their role is to support that person as they make decisions.
So that's why it has to be a very specific talk about those things. Because you can say, well, we don't want any heroics, we don't want this, that, but every person has a different definition of what heroics is.
Talking about the options available and the care they imagine.
So Mom, just thinking about how you envision the end of life situation, circumstance for you, where would you prefer to be? Or do you not have a preference? Would you like to be at home? Would you like to be in the hospital and in some sort of a facility? What are your thoughts on that?
But it's not just about the end of life. The patient advocate accompanies the patient on a healthcare journey, meeting the doctors and knowing the ins and outs of their medical history, and be open to wherever that journey takes you.
Carrie.
This is for you.
Because sometimes it will open up a new topic to explore.
And because of that, I've learned a lot more about hospice and what it can do to help.
It's about bringing a family closer together to enjoy the time that's left. Because in the end, all most people want is their patient advocate to make the best decision possible during a tough time, and they want them to feel good about it.
I just want to be able to do the right thing by both of you. It's very important for me. I respect both of you so much and love you both so much, and and so that's why the more specific we can be, the better it will be, and the better I'll be able to do my job, because I don't want you to feel like at the last part of your life when you've given this great responsibility for me that I wouldn't carry out your wishes, because it is your choice. It's not mine.
Deanna Falzone, Fox 17 News.